So again, welcome to Quick Start today. It is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is a 1-hour webinar being recorded. And those registered will, like I said, receive a link to this recording as well as the demonstrated resource guide I'm going to refer to. And welcome to those watching on Facebook Live as well. I'm going to make sure that everybody can see and hear me. Can you just type in the chat box that my technology is looking good? Can you see my screen and hear my voice? I am typing into the chat box and great, thank you, Mike. I've got it all good already. Everybody's looking good. Love to hear that because technology isn't always perfect, as we know. And we are recording. So I have a small, short PowerPoint presentation here. It's more of an agenda. So we're not going to spend an hour in this particular place, but I just want to give you an idea of what we're going to go over. And then I'm going to go live and I'm going to show you some in detail information on some of the best tools and technologies that you want to take advantage of here at Remax Integra through some of the materials I'm going to send you. Additionally, I want to make sure that you know how to backfill all of the programs in Max Center because that is going to affect your referral network as well as your websites. So if you're utilizing the Boosh platform, the websites that you have there are some settings within it that are required for you to be part of the lead pool. And we want to make sure that everybody is part of that pool so you all get a turn at some leads. The referral network is just as important. Now, this is a tools and technology quick start. There is a very specific Boosh web start that comes up every other week, and you can find that schedule on soldsignblog.com. So we're going to go over basically the Max Center setup. We're going to demonstrate the resource marketing guide for agents, and that has some great guides to marketing tools, where to find logos, certain pieces that you can utilize right away, including Remax Hustle, which is a commercial builder. I love to demonstrate. I think it's one of the easiest and most powerful free marketing pieces we offer. We're going to go through Design Center automation. And for those of you that attended R4, you'd probably heard that Design Center was going to be changing because it was going to be adjusted to work with Megaphone, and HomeSnap was going to have more of a centered role in that, but I want to assure those of you at Remax Integra that is not the case in our region. We've decided to stick with the Design Center that has been so successful for all of you, and we didn't want you to have to either relearn something or relearn it in a way where it wasn't as smooth as the one you already have. So that is not changing for you. I'm going to go over the first app and show you some of the benefits of that, as well as the Remax 360 tool, which is all about virtual showings. So I will do this live, but just because you're going to get this document following this presentation, I wanted to put it in print here so that you could follow the directions if you have to go back and do it later. Basically, you're going to sign into your Max Center profile using your Remax.net credentials. I'm sure most of you know that. If you do not, your broker owner managers will certainly be able to give those to you, help you sign in for the first time. And when you do, you want to go over to the Update Profile button you see here on the right. Then you will open to a page which is basically an overview of what's been entered into your profile already. And many of you will not have that much. So what we want you to do is go in and open each category and fill it in. It's simply answer the questions, but answer them thoroughly. We also want to highlight that it's very important to have a recent headshot We want it to be high resolution so it's nice and clear when it shows up in the referral network and on your website. As you know, photos are a big deal. You people are public figures in your communities, and you want to have photos that are recent and professional. I point out again the Remax Referral App or tile here in the Max Center dashboard, and we will do that live because your Max Center profile will feed that. It will take in the photo and the text that you put in your profile. So if you don't have much in there, there's not going to be much reason for people to choose you as someone to send a referral to, and we'll show you how that looks. When you search for a place, maybe you want to send a client of yours from the East Coast to warm, sunny California. And so you type in the referral network offices in Orlando, and you'll go down a list, and maybe in this particular example, you've chosen to look at the office Remax exclusion collection. And you notice that they have 17 affiliates, so you're going to look further into that, and then you will see that you can look at the full view of agents, know who the owners are, and get some more contact info. Then when you decide to go into the list of affiliates, you might just randomly decide, I'm going to call 2 or 3 people in this office and decide which one I think my client will be most comfortable working with. And so today you decided that you, after calling 3 people based on their referral profile, because they put a lot of information in there, you got a really good idea of their niche in the market and how long they've been in business and what their hobbies are. So you decided in this case that after talking to 2 or 3 of them, that Peggy was the best choice. And now you can see in the upper right-hand corner, you have the opportunity to send her that referral. And when you do, you will notice that you just follow these steps. You can use the drop-down to decide between the 2 of you how your referral fee will work. What type of fee will you use? Will it be by percentage? Or will it be listing price versus selling price? You get to decide that together. And then you get to enter the client information and follow some steps before you send it over. Keep in mind, Remax does not take any fees for these referrals. That's one of the biggest benefits of the brand. So after you've done your profile and your Remax referral network is complete, as well as the background of your website, I wanted to demonstrate what I show here as the Remax Integra US Resource Guide. There's also a Canadian version for this that has tools that are specific to that area. Now you notice this is a 2020 Q3, Q4 version. There's not much that's changed, but every quarter this is updated by marketing, and we can expect to see soon the Q1 for 2021 version come out. So just keep that in mind, and when you see that version come through in perhaps an email announcement, you will want to download the new one. As I mentioned, one of the things I will demonstrate during this session is remaxhustle.com. Remax Hustle is a great website. It does not require a password or a sign-in credential. You can simply go there by yourself, and I will demonstrate for you how to create a digital doormat, and you'll be able to celebrate new homeowners, even just inquire as to people's well-being. It creates a picture that you could do, anything you can do with a picture, you can do with that doormat. Also, a hustle graphic can be created, and all of these things just take a minute. Hustle graphic is basically a 12-question bio about your last year. and it creates this really pretty visual, colorful visual, as opposed to text bio about you and how you've done in the last year. So that is something I always recommend you should print or digitally send with your feature sheets on any properties you list. Or if perhaps you're doing an open house, you have it printed in a frame and make it a conversation starter, because it does give you opportunities to create a little humor, as well as inquire, have people inquire as to some of the answers you put in there. And then finally, on Remax Hustle, I'm going to demonstrate for you how to create about 3 or 4 different types of commercials that you can immediately post or download or email, and they're quite powerful. As I mentioned earlier, the Design Center automation you're used to is the Design Center automation you can continue to use tomorrow. And the Design Center automation is based on your MLS entries. When you put a listing in MLS, it will generate through Design Center an automated marketing package. And on the left here, you can see what it looks like when it comes into your inbox. So we want to make sure that you're not having that go to spam, or you're just thinking it's an advertisement. You want to make sure you're actually opening that so that you can see the package you're getting on your new listing. And you will see here, you could get a postcard for just listed, a flyer, virtual tour, brochures. There are things to be chosen for every type of package. Now, for every of the 4 things listed here under packages sent for every listing, you have the opportunity to get 4 different packages if you need them. So as soon as it's in MLS, within about 24 hours, you will get a just listed package that you can utilize. If you were to change the price and had a price reduction, you would then enter that in MLS, and you would get another package that would allow you to notify people of that adjustment. If you were to enter an open house in MLS and let people know that they can come through on a certain day or at a certain time, or by appointment, or even virtually, whatever the case may be, you will then get another package announcing the open house. And finally, when you have sold the property and have entered that sale as closed into the MLS, you will get a just sold package. So then you can go out and promote the fact that you've had a successful transaction. So all of those things are sent to you automatically for every listing you put in MLS, as long as you're putting these updates in MLS as well. We talked about Remax Hustle, and now I want to just mention the first app before we go into any demonstration of it. Basically, you're going to find the first app on the Max Center tile page. And currently it is free for 3 months. It is going to be free for 2 months coming up shortly. I believe it's sometime in April. So you might want to jump in there and take advantage of the first 3 months. What it is, basically, this is an app that you download onto your phone. You sync all of your contacts, and you can it's a great opportunity to clean up your contact base. You want to compile all your contacts into one place, whether it be a CSV file or in your phone. But if you have other places where you may have contacts you've sort of forgotten about, is it an old email account? Is it an old wedding list? Is it an old neighborhood list? Is it one of your kids' school books that includes parents' information in case you wanted to set up play dates for your kids? Wherever you have all this kind of contact information, you do want to get it all in one place. So the suggestion is you dig into those things and get everything on a CSV file. And for all those that are already in your phone, that's the right place to get them. But you can email that compiled list to First, and they will import them for you into your phone so they are all there in the right place. Now, the difference between First as an app and a traditional CRM is that a CRM is based on the premise that if you stay in touch with people in a routine manner, after 7 touches or so, you will then create some leads. Now, that is absolutely important. First does not replace that. But what it does is it really pulls forward for you people you've already got in your contact base, those that are most likely to transact real estate this year. That means it examines some artificial intelligence. And just like you see when you're searching on Google for one thing, the next thing you know, the ads for that item are coming up left and right, no matter where you look on the internet. Well, the same kind of tracking takes place when people are searching or interested in real estate, whether they're starting to poke around a little, or it even goes so far as to examine how long have they been in their current property? Are they renters? Are they in condos? Did they get a job change? Over 700 different databases are, data points, I should say, are examined to help identify who in your contact base that are now in your phone are most likely to sell this year. So it really pulls forward and identifies those people for you. Then it gives them a star rating. If they are 3 stars, that means they are highly likely to need your help right away. 2 stars are right behind them, and 1 star needs you to connect with them because they're coming up the ladder. And what this app is going to do is give you instruction, number 1, to do something different than a CRM does. It is not passive. This is going to say to you, here is John Jones. He is a 3-star lead for you. He is a 3-star contact in your phone. You need to pick up the phone and give him a call. And it's going to then have you log that call. And in this particular circumstances, you might just want to pick up the phone and say, so I came across your number. I was thinking of you. I wanted to make sure you and your family are well. And before you know it, the conversation will turn to them saying something like, it's so ironic you picked up the phone because I'm starting to think about, should I market the house? And you can take it from there. Then you're going to log that call, and the First app is going to say, great, congratulations. Now, tomorrow, this is what you're going to do. And it gives you steps and tasks to follow right through the entire program, which will increase your business with people in your database that you didn't even realize were ready to make a move. And if you choose to connect it to your MLS, you will also see if you've missed anybody, if people in your database actually sold their properties and you weren't the one called. So you'll see the missed business, which will help you to identify changes in your connection with people so that that doesn't happen too often. And finally, there you see, after the free program, the monthly cost is about $39 a month. If you find that working for you, then you can continue. Now, 360 Tours. This is a product that is absolutely professional, virtual tours, 3D home models, floor plans with measurements, interactive videos with your clients, versions for both USA and Canada. And there is a great 2-minute best practice guide that's going to really show you how it works. And I'd love to demonstrate this because I think, especially in this climate of mostly virtual showings, this is an excellent opportunity for you to show these properties in a very professional manner. Here is what you would see as to the how to get started. And it is simply 5 steps. When you create your 360 account, it's going to instruct you on how to utilize your iPhone or Android camera. There will be other cameras available to you if you chose, but they are not necessary. It is simply important to get a tripod so that all your photos do come out in a nice professional manner and they're all at the same level. Then once you take those pictures according to the guide, you're going to upload the images and send them off to the company, who in 24 hours is going to send you back your completed tour. And it's going to have 2 versions. One version will be logoed with Remax. The other will not, because we want you to be able to upload it onto MLS without violating any of the branding bylaws. And here is just a quick viewing I would like to show you of how this can actually work out. Oops, excuse me. I want to make sure you can all see and hear this clip.
Welcome to iSpy Live, the evolution of iSpy 360. A milestone in design and technology, a world first, combining 360 virtual tours and video chat to make what you already do better, faster, and more productive. iSpy Live is convenient. Customers can view properties in real time and instantly request an iSpy Live viewing. Engage with your customers at their convenience. Whenever, wherever they are, a revolution in lead generation. iSpy Live is cross-platform. Tours can take place on any mobile, tablet, or computer, in any location. iSpy Live is user-friendly. It's simple. Nothing to download, nothing complicated. Just click and go. iSpy Live is information-rich. The feature-rich platform allows for a whole host of consumer-focused tools. Embed content such as Google Street View, photos, and documents. iSpy Live is immediate and social. Want to be proactive? Simply send an iSpy Live link to one or many existing customers. Invite multiple customers to your tour. Every house can be an open house without having to open the door. iSpy Live saves time and money. No more wasted journeys or viewings. Home in on qualified leads. Speed up the decision-making process. iSpy Live. Say hello to the future.
Okay. So that is an overview of what it's going to look like when you utilize it with your clients. But I also wanted to quickly show you here what the internal 3D home model can look like. So as you can see, it is broken down by floors. It's got the exterior walls removed. You will see floor plan sizes and room sizes. People are going to be able to click onto different rooms, different features within the rooms. They'll be able to make decisions as to whether or not the layout is going to suit their family. Is their furniture going to fit in certain rooms? And all of this information is going to be virtual for them, and they can get a very good idea as to whether or not that property is a good fit. And in the current climate where people are literally putting in offers without seeing them, they'll certainly feel more confident if they've seen this much of a presentation without even going inside, and they can feel confident that this is the property that will meet their needs. So Remax 360 is really a wonderful option for you. And it is very reasonable. It actually costs $14.99 per agent or per user as a subscription. That's per month. So $14.99 a month as a subscription. You get unlimited tours with that entire package I mentioned, and you can get all of those pieces for every single tour. It doesn't matter if you have 20 of them. The only charge is when you send off your 10 photographs for each property, it's $10. It's $1 per picture. $10 will cover most homes. But if you perhaps had a different property that you wanted to add a couple more photos to, it would be $1 more per picture. So let's say you had a really exceptional listing. It was 15 pictures you felt were important to really represent the property well, then you would pay $15 for that particular tour. And again, the first $14.99 is simply a monthly subscription, and then you can have unlimited tours. If you have 20 tours at a time, it is absolutely included. And so finally, before we go live into those other spaces we mentioned earlier, I just want to show you that you do have product support. You can go to product support at remax.net. Give them a call, and there's even a chat feature when you arrive on that page. So let's go live. Here we have the agent tools section of the Remax Integra resource guide I mentioned, and it's got a lot of material. So it actually is 64 pages of opportunities for you to go through, and that's why you're going to get this document sent to you so you can go through it at your leisure. I will demonstrate the few I mentioned, and I just want to make sure you're aware of how much is in here and how to get to it. So here is where you would download each of the new marketing guides as they are updated. Right now, you're going to get the most recent version. And we want to talk again about making sure you update your Max Center profile. Simply go into your remax.net credentials, upper right-hand corner, update profile, and fill in the questions so that you have a thorough referral bio, as well as a thorough About Me page on your website. If you need support, here are several different ways. And what I would like to point out first and foremost is when you get this document, it is a PDF, but the beauty of it is that it's got live links. So rather than having to know exactly where to go find all this, you simply hit submit a ticket, and it's going to take you to the page you need to be. So here you go. You're right on the support desk website. Simply hit submit a request. It's all live. You put in your requested and required information as to what issue you might be having, where you're from. You can even add a file if necessary. And then you send that off, and you will be provided with a ticket. And you will then have your inquiry being taken care of. But simply you submitted a ticket through this resource guide as opposed to going externally. Here's the marketing portal, which if you click through here, it's going to take you to sanctioned logos, so that if you're creating documents, you know the logos are up to date. Different things like social shareables, digital marketing, printable, all kinds of things. Let me click on it briefly just to show you where it ends up. As you can see, it's taking me through Max Center, because that's where all of these things are ultimately housed. And it brought me right to the marketing page. Here's the logos, the marketing tools, the digital, social. All of these things are available by going into these sections that you got to through this marketing guide. Now, there's several slides on this social media. They're all bringing you to the same place. As you can see, there's a direction here. Max Center. And then if you went to marketing.com, remaxmarketing.com, and looked up logos and ad campaigns, you'd get here, but it's really taking you to Remax Hustle. The same is true of the customized commercials. As you can see, remaxhustle.com, that is the only direction you need. I'm going to show you how to do those. Same thing for listing videos. You can create videos just by importing some photos of the property you're doing and then create a listing video. Also, we are keeping up to date. If you want to send just a caring message to your database that says, "We are here," it is a customizable COVID video that you can create. And I am going to start demonstrating now the Remax Hustle page for you so that you can see what we mean live. Now, this brought me specifically to the COVID option because that's the one I clicked into, but I want to point out that if I go home, I'm at the beginning of Remax Hustle, and this is why I want you to go there individually. Just go to remaxhustle.com. You don't have to click through a lot of places. And look at all of the opportunities you have here to make beautiful images and commercials that advertise yourself that you can get out there very quickly. Let me show you. I'm going to do the digital mat. Then I'm going to create a hustle graphic, and then I'm going to do a sampling of all these others. And I would really suggest to you that if you haven't used it before, you go to remax.com today and at least make a commercial about yourself and get it out there on social media. So let's say we want to make a digital welcome mat. Originally, you would say, well, those are good for when somebody just closes on a house. And that's absolutely true. Let's click on Welcome Home. And what it's going to suggest is that you fill in the family name. And then yours. And your office. You can see it populating up there. And save image. It's now downloading into the lower left-hand corner of my screen. And when I open it, look at that. It is just a nice PNG picture. Yes, it can be all the same things you can do with any picture, editable, etc. It's got branding, but anything you can do with a photo, you could do this. You could put this in an email while somebody's docu-signing their closing on their home and literally send it off to them minutes after they own the property and give them a nice congratulations. It was a pleasure to work with you. I look forward to following up in a week or so to see how you're settling in. And I would love to do business with you and your family again in the future. So that would be an example of a marketing welcome home mat. But let's talk about, for a moment, just letting people know that you're thinking of them. Let's take the Life is Cozy mat. And as you can see, I've already filled in the information here as I did on the last one. But maybe this time, you don't have to send it for a marketing purpose. You could just send this, either post it on your social, or you could send it to everybody in your contact base and just say, I've been thinking of you, hoping you and your family are well during this unusual time. And please let me know if there's anything I can help with as we proceed into the spring market. So there you're just reminding them that you're thinking of them, and something like that gets remembered. So here we are back home. We just built a couple of welcome mats that are very simple to utilize in many ways. And I want to point out the hustle graphic, because you probably wouldn't know what that is unless I showed it to you. So what it is like a 12-month bio. It says, tell us about your last 12 months. Now, let's say, okay, how many homes did you sell? How many buyers did you help? Did you perhaps work in luxury? And see how they're turning into these nice visuals? How many neighborhoods have you worked and years experience? Now, how many open houses did you host? This year, or 2020, I should say, as being, it was a difficult year for open houses. Maybe you just want to skip that question. If there's a question that doesn't seem to be advantageous to you, you don't have to put it in. What's your favorite song to hustle to? Put in something comical or something that will start a conversation. Somebody's going to say, you want to hustle to Jaws? What does that mean? Just start a conversation. How many miles did you drive this year? Now, as a trainer, if I were on the road as much as normal, that would have been an enormous amount of miles. How many lunches did you eat in your car? And it just turns interesting. Now, how many miracle homes have you sold? This is important. If you participate in the Miracle Home Network opportunity, you have agreed to donate $25 per side of your transactions to the Children's Miracle Home Network. And by doing so, you are able to advertise those homes you list as miracle properties. So that really creates interest. People want to say, oh, mine's a miracle home? How come? And buyers want to say, what is the difference between a miracle home and one that isn't? And when you're able to say, that's because I donate part of my proceeds to this charity for every single sale I do, that really resonates with much of the population. If people are on the fence about who might they want to work with or what brand they might want to work with, sometimes that fact that you give back to the community is what will push them over the fence in your favor. And what kind of open house treat do you like to serve? How many cups of coffee do you drink? Nobody cares. Okay, so now you see this beautiful visual. You simply enter your info, office name, and phone is required. And yes, you would definitely put in your email. And look how quickly that builds your hustle graphic. And once again, I save this image and it will download in a PNG format. As you can see, it's got my contact info and it has got my name. So I like to say, make sure you put this on your feature sheets and send it to with all your listings. And then again, hopefully in the spring when we're able to do some more in-person open houses, you would leave this in a frame near the area in which you have people sign in. And you might want to point out to them a few things on this if they don't pick up on it on their own, or you may see them glancing at it and you can create conversation. So back we go now to the home section of Remax Hustle, because it's very exciting to show you the commercials that you can build to advertise yourselves. You may be watching the Remax branded commercials on Stream TV these days. like Hulu or Prime Video or some of the others. And what you can do is mimic those commercials, advertising yourselves for free. So let's watch. I'm going to pick highlight your skills for this particular example. And I want you to come in here and play with this and create your own. You're simply answering questions. Are you a traditional Remax branded card? Are you perhaps in the collection in this case? Whatever is applicable, you want to choose. Then put in your name and your title and office and information and website. And you've created this business card, but as you see, it's missing your headshot. So it's going to ask you for one. That is another reason why you would want to make sure you always have a headshot available that's current and professional. You can size it up a little bit. And notice it actually populated in the picture frame in the back of the scene, as well as the business card. And here's the fun stuff. There are 19 different value adds that you can choose to put in your commercial. Now, it will accept 3 at a time. So if you've got 19 to choose from, that means you can make many different commercials with the same few clicks about different topics. And you can use 3 now and then a different 3 later. And it looks like you've used many, many different programs, but really it's all the same one. So let's say you want to let people know that they can see homes 3D virtually. They can sign most of their documents electronically, and you're really good at negotiation. So the rest will save out and you can use those later. Then add some background music of your choice and create the video. It only takes a moment. And here you have it. Now, you can download it. It can become your Facebook cover page. You can copy and send the link or post it to social, email it. As you see, it's 15 seconds. These range from 15 to 30, and that's important because we know what the consumer attention span is. You might want to pop this in an email and make sure people are going to click it open. So let's take a quick look. So see how quickly that was created? And if you throw that up in your social media, it's going to get attention. So I'm going back now to my homepage. That was the highlight your skills. The other one I want to demonstrate is this customizable commercial. And I'm doing this because these are the exact duplicates options of those you see on TV. So just like we showed you, you're going to choose the branding, fill in your information, and you'll notice that it does save, so it doesn't take long to get these popped in there, and you see a business card again. Once more, it wants your photo. Fix it up. And here is the completed card with the branding. And now it says choose your commercials. Choose which ones you'd like to customize. You can download them all and share them all individually. There are more coming up every day. Look at all these new ones. You could select all, have them all made at once, and then distribute them as you wish. I'm going to demonstrate one that seems to be a favorite that you've probably seen and will recognize. So I chose that one to make and create video. Again, you're going to notice this one's 18 seconds. You can download it. You can copy it, the link and send it, post, email, All of these things are available for you to market yourself.
Hey, did we do that termite inspection?
That discount agent said we didn't need to.
So again, there is yet another type of commercial, and many within this customizable commercial. You can get several out of there. So please do take some time. Go in here and check out the create your video with the editor, make a listing video by uploading some of your current listing photos, etc. This is the community message about COVID, so you will want to also go in and create one of those. And let's move forward into the resource guide to show you more of opportunities. I'm going to watch our clock, and I'm going to move a little quicker through these things because you're going to receive this document, and you can go in here and download manuals on your own to check out. We talked a lot about Design Center. Don't forget that we have a complete luxury collection and the branding that goes with it. You're able to get a resource guide right here, specifically for the collection branding. And typically a collection property is identified as being about 2.5 times the average sales price in its area. However, don't be shy if there is a property that you believe might not meet that financial criteria quite yet. However, it's very unique, it's a standout property, it's in a standout location, or there's always attention around the property, it's got historical value, whatever the case may be, go ahead and check in with the luxury team and see if that is not an appropriate property to utilize the collection branding for. Lots and lots of beautiful new collection materials are being developed. Please visit their new website. Same thing, let's not forget, we are a commercial. Remax is also a commercial brand. So utilize this resources tab on that note. Now, Remax Global, global.remax.com. Yes, we know that every listing we enter in MLS is advertised globally, but that's changed in the last year as to how much potential that has. It's always been a big advantage, but the potential now, where many companies have learned that a lot of their staff can be just as productive or more productive by working from home than they were in the office when they weren't exhausted from sitting in a car for 90 minutes in 2 directions. So really, I think we're all going to see that a lot of companies are going to scale down greatly to the amount of people they bring back into offices, and they're going to utilize the virtual remote employment option. So think about that. Many of us have always had to stay in a vicinity where our jobs are located because we had to consider our commute and getting to that building every day in 2 directions and still doing our 8-hour job. So we were basically all confined to very specific areas in which we were employed. But if you think about it now, if you're one of those chosen people where the company's going to say, I don't care where you work from, as long as you're on a high-speed internet, you can still do the same job. How about those opportunities where people are going to say, I've always wanted to dream of moving across the country, but I never could because I had to be close to my job. I even wanted to live in London. I wanted to live in a different part of Europe. I wanted to move to Asia Pacific for all kinds of different opportunities and cultural interaction. Whatever the case may be, people have put off the dream of living where they want to live all those years until they retired. They don't have to do that anymore. So look at how powerful the leads could be if we inquire, about referrals back and forth on global.remax.com. Don't forget to download the mobile app. This is going to show you exactly how to do that. And you want to make sure that you utilize that. It's got an enhanced search. It's got great live search capabilities. And this is where your clients can pick you as a preferred agent. And then all of the actions that they take on that app are coming to you. Remax University has a tremendous amount of tutorials and information. When you click in there, you can see this screenshot, but you can pretty much type anything you want in this search bar, and it is going to show you many videos and tutorials on all kinds of tools that are in Max Center that you might want more tech training on. More information on the Children's Miracle Network can be found here. Don't forget the marketplace and our approved suppliers to get some swag. You want to make sure that you have things that people can remember you by. The branded URL shortener, that's actually included in a training on single property websites, which we go over when we teach Design Center. And all of these stay connected pages are giving you blogs and shareable content, soldtimeblog.com calendar. Click in here and it's going to tell you where all of our trainings are, events to come up, and how you can register for those. So don't forget soldtimeblog.com. The COVID Hub, you can click right here. It's going to have up-to-date information. It's also going to have materials where you can show people what we go through to make sure that their visits to properties are safe. Any emails and whitelist info you need is listed. Let's not forget the Remax Integra US Facebook page and the Remax headquarters page and the We Are Remax page. Participate in these Facebook pages. There's a lot of information being shared. Wonderful groups to join. Remax Creative is a really powerful and highly interactive page where people give each other all kinds of ideas. The referral network has business exchanging back and forth constantly. And here, this whole next section is on the tools that we've reviewed. And you're going to be able to click through into all of them. As I described for you in detail, what the Remax First app does for you, I hope you saw some of the examples and demonstrations that were done at R4, but if you didn't, you can certainly click in here, get the user manual, watch some videos, and see the marketing materials like this Win More with First. I can't imagine not wanting to give that a try for the first free 90 days and see if you don't get some business from people you didn't even know were in your phone and waiting for your call. Photify, you can sign up here. This is a wonderful opportunity. You get those quick promotional content for new properties, open house invitations. You can send nice, fast, easy mobile templates, logos, all kinds of content. It really helps brand your customer relationships and gets them in and out of your phone in seconds. Megaphone, we are going to let you watch this video. It's like having your own media agency. There's options for utilizing some of the products we have here. And if you go to Max Center and search in Megaphone, you will be able to watch those directions. I was happy to show you the Remax 60 tour videos to show you what you will get, but please go in and check things out yourself, sign up, and see those wonderful parts come to you for each and every one of your listings and get them out there to promote your properties in a virtual way. So as I close, I want to walk through just these last few things and remind you every page here that's advertised has a red link for you to click into. There's all kinds of brochures. We have our report cards and seller's guides and staging guides for you to download. We teach these in our marketing and listing presentation classes. Design Center automation is going to be fully examined. Don't forget, if you're doing a lot of Zoom meetings, you might want to have a pretty Zoom background. You can simply visit the page, download them. And when you're in your meetings, instead of having, your household materials in the background, you can have nice professional branded Zoom backgrounds for your clients to see how professional you are. All kinds of stats are being constantly updated, and you can share those with your clients. Don't forget, if you want branded cover pages, we have those for Facebook as well. And all these digital social images, it looks like we're finally coming up on spring. You might want to include something like this with a little bit of gardening information. That's always a delight. And look at these beautiful email signatures with our lovely Fiona as an example. These are branded beautifully. They're colorful, they're lively, and they are remembered. So go right in here to download and customize those and begin utilizing those beautiful email footers and email signatures. And if you weren't aware, we are able to co-brand Starbucks gift cards if you'd like a little something to send off to your clients, whether it be in a thank you note or just a little hello spring, I'm thinking of you, to initiate a little bit of spring business. Let's try to generate some of those listings that people are hesitating on putting on the market because they're not sure where they're going to go if everything sells so quickly. Well, you're going to help them with that. So maybe initiate a conversation by sending out a little gift card with a note that tells them you'll be helpful. Now, there is an initial setup fee. I've heard that agents are splitting that up, or brokers are splitting it up perhaps. And then people can buy as little as a $5 card, and you buy 15 at a time. So maybe you share all of that cost. Everybody gets an equal number of cards, and it works out to be a nominal cost for a really nice idea. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for sticking with me for the last hour and enjoying this quick start. I hope I was helpful to you. Again, I want to thank you for attending. I will be distributing the recording and this resource guide that we spent so much time utilizing. I hope you'll go in and practice, and please don't forget to make that remaxhustle.com commercial for yourself today. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and stay well. Thank you.